Alright, hey guys, what's happening? This is Peter. Got some weird noise in the background, but I'm going to go ahead and try and do this little video entry. Today is Sunday, May 27th. It is pretty nice out in Machala today. Sunny skies, hot but not too hot. Just got done kind of chilling all Sunday. But I just want to do this video to kind of take you guys through the last month of stuff I've been up to. So I'll just jump into it. The month started off with a little nice weekend. Well, actually, this wasn't the beginning of the month, but around the end of April, a nice weekend at this place called Oro Verde, which is a hotel in Machala that's pretty upscale. So we got the pool going on, we got some cabanas, and tons of iguanas climbing around, walking around, sunning, whatever. And we even bumped into the mayor, who was laid out by the pool, just getting ludicrously tan, no shade, just putting tan oil on, and then also an all-you-can-eat buffet, which we thoroughly stuffed ourselves at, which was awesome. Like, the food was great. We had to fork over $25 whole, which was quite a bit, but it's completely worth it to have freaking liver and turkey, like big turkey roast, all that stuff. So it was pretty awesome. But yeah, that was Oro Verde. That was April 22nd, the weekend of April 22nd. So now we'll jump into first weekend of May now, which is Labor Day. So Labor Day weekend, we had this plan of doing basically our first travel in Ecuador. We wanted to do someplace kind of close, someplace like that we probably wouldn't be going to otherwise, so we chose Zaruma. So Zaruma is like, it's like mid-Sierra, so you're still in the province of El Oro, which is where we are living now, which is mostly coastal, hot, you know, tropical. But Zaruma is about 3,000 or 4,000 feet, so it gets a little cooler. It's not too high though, so you don't get winded as much, and you've still got everything green and beautiful. And the place is famous for coffee. It's great altitude for growing coffee, and it's famous for this dish called tigrillo. So here's a few pictures of that. You got the plantains fried up, you got cheese, you got egg, you got a little steak on top, pickled onions on top of that, and then served with just this amazing coffee. We had to buy a bag and bring it back so we could have it every weekend after that. But Zaruma is also famous for gold mining. So we both got to visit this mine, El Sexmo, which was pretty fun. Because we're down in the mines of Moria. That's the part with all the gold. And then also, we got to see a giant sinkhole in town that had just been filled, because the town's been mined so much that a lot of the land is a little bit unstable. So this elementary school one day just sunk like 40 feet into the ground. But luckily no one was in it at the time. But so yeah, it's pretty interesting. And we had a pretty good time. We stayed in this little hotel, and running around the grounds with these things called watusas. So these are kind of like these giant rat-like creatures. But they're super cute, probably like the size of a cat. But we didn't get too close to them because, you know, we were like, I don't know what's going on over there. But they were running around, and they were also running around with some funky beetles. And then there were a lot of birds, just like tons of birds, because the place kind of was on a garden. So it was a pretty cool little spot. Little while out of town, we just would taxi or walk around. But it was a pretty fun weekend. On May 12th, we got the call from one of Ariel's coworkers, this guy named Oscar, who wanted to take us out to this waterfall in the wilderness of a town called Pasaje. We got in the middle of nowhere. It's like the most rural place I've been in Ecuador so far. We meet this like random family that Oscar knows, and this 15-year-old kid comes out with a machete, and he's going to be our guide. And we walk for probably an hour and 20 minutes. At one point, we're in this like tropical rainforest canopy on the side of a hill, trying not to slide down, holding onto branches. At the end, we come across this waterfall that's just like probably like 50 feet maybe, just cascading down. And we proceed to just like stand under it, get like splashed by it. It was pretty awesome. Totally worth the brutal hike. And then on the way down, we eat kind of wild chicken, super muscular, super gamey, funky chicken. And then we get to see them butcher a cow and chop its head off, which was a little much. But overall, that was a pretty interesting experience, going out into the rurals, into the countryside, and seeing an awesome waterfall. More pictures of this will be available once I develop some film too. So the stuff that I got is a little bit limited, but yeah. So the last piece of this May collection was our trip to Cuenca. As you can see, right now we're in the center of Cuencas. This is the giant cathedral. I feel like I'm in kind of like Madrid or something, like Spain, very Spainy here. Cuenca is about 3.5 hours by bus away from us. It is another world though. Okay, so interview commences now. Right now we're on a packed tour bus in Cuenca, about to see the city on what's clearly the most popular tour in town. We're currently sitting above the, I can't turn this, but the main plaza. And it's dope. You go up 8,500 feet and you end up in this place that is, for all intents and purposes, much more European than any Ecuadorian than any other Ecuadorian city. It reminded me much more of like Madrid or London suburbs even in some places. And it's filled with American expats, Europeans, Spanish, a lot of stuff like that. So it was definitely a change. We got access to some interesting food. We got a Vietnamese restaurant. So as you can see, we found Vietnamese food, and it was good. It was awesome. Best Asian food we've had here for sure, which was great because we've been missing the food back in the Bay. We got some cool tours in on a tour bus, just like open air, double decker through the city, which was nice just to see everything, and checked out a museum. So that out the window is the big church in Cuenca. It's actually huge and super pretty. There's this big plaza right by it, but this is a little Airbnb. Maybe I can shed some more light on this. But yeah, it's a pretty sweet little spot. It was just, I can't stress enough how different it was. It was like going up that high, you can just feel the moisture just getting sucked out of your body almost. Like you get there, you instantly have chapped teeth, dandruff, and your face feels gross. Like you gotta wash off. And we stayed in this little Airbnb in town that was awesome. Pretty cheap, but really nice. It was just freezing. It was like probably like Half Moon Bay type weather, like just cloudy, freezing, like rain all the time. But that was pretty nice compared to Machala. It was a very nice change up from, like 85 and sticky every day. But I kind of dig 85 and sticky sometimes just because it's like you never feel dry. Like you never feel like strung out, like dry, like just bad. You just feel wet. And so I don't know. It's like there's trade-offs. But yeah, Cuenca is definitely somewhere where if any of you guys visit me, that's the place I'm going to host you first. Because it's just like it's super pretty. Tons of stuff to do, bars, restaurants, lookout spots. You got amazing hiking near there. The highest city in Ecuador is near there, which is Cañar at about 10,000 feet. And you can even drink the water there, the tap water, which is like definitely a no-go in every other part, and especially Machala, because I've had it, and it tastes like broth, basically, like salty, and like it tastes like there's almost like fat in it. It's pretty interesting. But and I had it boiled, to disclaimer. I did not have it just raw out the tap. But yeah, thank you guys for watching my video. I hope that all you guys are well too, and I'll be checking in more often with all of you. And if you so desire, shoot me a text after watching this. Let me know what you think and what you've been up to as well. Miss all you guys, but I'm doing well, and hope all you are too. Bye.